I love a good story, and I really enjoy it when I meet someone or engage in an experience where there's a really good storyteller, someone who's got something to display. If you haven't been to the movies recently and you haven't seen the movie Hugo, go. If you have children or grandchildren, take them. It's not necessarily a children's movie in that sense, but it is a movie that any generation can delight in. If you haven't seen it, go. Give yourself a Christmas gift. And I can say this without kind of giving away the movie. There is a scene in the film where the main character, Hugo, is speaking with another character and says, you know, I think that life is like a machine, because machines don't have any spare parts. They come with just the parts that they need to get the job done. Every part has a purpose. And I think life is like that. He goes on to philosophize and says that every single person is here for a purpose. And I think people become angry or sad because they have lost their purpose or they don't know what their purpose is. The film develops that kind of story. It's wonderful. But I think that is a key piece of what's going on in the church and in our lives in these days. Do we know what our purpose is? When we're young, we have dreams of what it could be. But as we get older, practicalities tend to kind of push us one way or the other. But isn't it about, somehow or another, helping us all to find our purpose? Very few of us will be like Mary in today's gospel, where the angel appeared to her and said, your purpose is that you will be the mother of the Savior. I doubt that's going to happen to most of us. Most of us will be like Mary, who keeps all these things in her heart and ponders them. Mary can be a wonderful example for us as she pondered the experiences of her life. A lot of us just kind of think, well, you know, you're born, you grow up, you go to school, you get married, you get a job, you have grandkids, you die. You know, that's kind of the way it all goes, the great cycle of life. Nowhere do we kind of factor in that each and every one of us, by virtue of our baptism, is a part of the plan of God. And we have a purpose. And where do we take the time to stop and reflect? Where do I fit? What's the job I have to get done? What is my purpose? And it's different for all of us. Just as when you look at a machine, all the various parts are different, and they all fulfill a different role. Deacon Bill is homesick this weekend. He's not here. I got to tell you, as the priest presiding at this liturgy, I feel like something's missing. Not only because he and I are good friends and we get along well, but there's a ministry that's not here. If Antoinette were not here, I would feel that something's missing. There's a ministry that's not present. Do we know what our purpose is? It's not just the job that we have to do, but the person that we are called to be. In response to our baptism, do we ponder the events of our life in our heart and come to a deeper understanding of what our purpose is? I have to say that for myself as a priest, deeply connected to the experience of the Eucharist, I see that my purpose is to draw us all into a deeper communion as a human community and as a baptized community, so that we come to a very real, tangible experience of what communion is all about. What's yours? One of the characters in the film says, maybe that's my problem. Maybe I don't know what my purpose is. And this character goes on to reflect on it. How often do we stop to ponder in our heart the events of our lives? Ponder in our heart the words that we hear. Ponder in our heart this experience of New Year's Eve. A lot of people will do a lot of things today, but I don't know that there will be many who will stop to reflect on where have I been, and where am I going, and where does it all fit together in the machine of my life, in the machine of life itself. That we may all know our purpose, and that we together, as a community of faith, rooted in baptism, growing in Eucharist, may come to a deeper understanding of our purpose as community, and that we may help all the members of this community to come to know our purpose as we stand before the Lord. Let's make this part of our New Year's resolution. As I said, I genuinely see a part of my purpose as priest is to unite people to the Eucharist. I ask you to please pray that all of us may come to know that. And I ask you also to please pray for me, that I may be faithful to my purpose and may genuinely serve this community well.